Hi Libra, this is your weekly tarot forecast for January 4th through the 11th. Now this week carries a lighter, more supportive type of energy, especially if you've been feeling mentally boxed in or overly self-critical lately. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. The first card you have is the Empress, which invites you to soften. This is a reminder to nurture yourself emotionally, creatively, or physically without the guilt. There's an emphasis on receiving rather than constantly managing or holding everything together. You don't need to earn rest or pleasure this week. You're allowed to simply exist and enjoy. Then the Three of Cups here highlights a connection and a shared joy. Support may come through friends, community, or moments of, celebration that feels easy and genuine. This isn't about big events. It's about, feeling seen, included, and emotionally met in, in a small way, but meaningful ways, okay? Then you have the Eight of Swords in reverse, which shows a mental shift. You may realize that some of the pressure you've been carrying was internal. This card points to releasing limiting thoughts or narratives that keep you stuck. So clarity doesn't arrive all at once, but it loosens gradually as you give yourself permission to think differently. All right, Libra, this week feels like a release, not because everything is perfect, but because you're no longer holding yourself hostage to old expectations. So let's support in where it's offered and notice how your perspective begins to change when you do, okay? Now, if this reading spoke to where you are, I'd love to hold space for a personal reading. You can also join my email list for weekly insight, pick a card readings, and updates. Those can be found on my page. Until we meet again, take care and bye.